When the news about Cecil the lion hit the airwaves, it sparked national outrage. People took to social media to express their anger and raise awareness, but there's another issue that deserves attention: the illegal trading of ivory. Joining me today to talk about just how bad it is and how you can help is investigative journalist Bryan Christy. Bryan, thank you so much for being with us today.
Alex, thanks for having me.
So let's start out with the stats. Just how bad is it?
Yeah, the stats are bad. It's we're looking at 30,000 plus elephants being killed every year. 3 years go by, 100,000 elephants killed, and they're being killed in every way imaginable, with AK-47s, with poison spears, poison arrows. People are pouring cyanide into watering holes and killing everything that comes to drink there. It's just a bloodbath. That's
shocking. And of course, besides being an innocent animal, what is the importance of saving these elephants?
Yeah, so it's critical for people to understand, and one of the reasons we take this project on is because it's not just an animal story. This is a story of crimes against humanity. What we expose in this story is the poaching by terrorist groups and rebel militia in Central Africa, who are not just killing the elephants, but they're killing rangers that protect the elephants. They're kidnapping children to turn them into child soldiers. They're raping women. The atrocities go on for humans.
And so Warlords of Ivory kind of takes an inside look at that, right?
Yeah, we are going with this project inside the criminal syndicates operating in Central Africa. We go out on patrol with rangers who are going head-to-head against the South Sudanese military who are poaching in the Congo, and then we go out with guys who are going after Joseph Kony's Lord's Resistance Army.
And what's fascinating is you actually used an artificial tusk with a GPS sensor inside of it to track, the movements of it. So what was that experience like?
Yeah, so you look at this story year after year, and I'm a wildlife crime specialist, and you can be overwhelmed. And I don't like to sit and feel like a victim. I wanted to go forward, and so we put together a Mission Impossible type team, and we had one of the world's best taxidermists build us a perfect replica of an elephant tusk. Then I had an engineer in California build me a satellite-based tracking system. We installed that inside these fake tusks that are perfect replicas. And we got those into the criminal network in Central Africa, and we watched them using Google Earth. We watched the ivory move.
That's unbelievable. And for you as an investigative reporter, what was it like to be featured on the cover of National Geographic, your story?
Well, I'm very pleased it's getting the attention that it is, and no one can do these sorts of stories the way National Geographic can, and it's important. The role of storytellers when it comes to wildlife crime is huge. Law enforcement, even in the United States, when it comes to wildlife crime, is very, very poorly funded. In Africa, wildlife law enforcement at the government level can be very corrupt. Journalists are one of the few people who can cross borders and go after these stories. And it's by telling these stories that we get political change that's needed to protect the people on the ground.
Absolutely. I think telling it the proper way, having the proper narrative is what gets people involved. So speaking of involvement, how can people give to this effort from their own homes?
Well, the first thing people can do is share this story. The power of this story, if you're moved by it, is incredible. And it doesn't feel like much, but trust me, it's significant. And then we've put up on nationalgeographic.com a list of things that people can specifically do, and that's just nationalgeographic.com/elephants. But really sharing the story is step one.
Very good. Bryan Christy, thank you so much for being on with us today and sharing your story.
Alex, thank you.
Thank you. And stay where you are. The Morning Blend will be right back.